Test 1 2, test 1 2. This is Austin Wright of Behind the Crest, broadcasting live from the campus of Father Ryan High School here at Giacosa Stadium. The Father Ryan varsity lacrosse girls team is facing off against rivals JPII today. Excuse us here at Behind the Crest for our technical difficulties we've been having. It's just a few matters of trying to get connected on our servers, and we thank you for waiting so long. But we are live here on the campus of Father Ryan. There's 18 minutes left here in the first part of the game. Father Ryan leads 1-0 and has been playing a very intense game here with a second goal. A score by Father Ryan here puts them up 2-0. We are back at Father Ryan wins the faceoff there. In the middle with Lauren Cato on the attack, coming in hot. Passes it over to number 25, Max Strobel. She shoots. It is missed, but she gets her own rebound, and JP2 now gains possession again, pushing it up the field. And so for Father Ryan here, they've been playing a very good game so far. I mean, keeping it close, as in they have been able to keep pressure on JP2, not been able to let them have long passes and being able to get out in open space and dictating the game. But for now, everybody on the field is in a holding pattern, waiting on what the goalie will decide to do. And for now, the goalie is taking her time just as much as she wants. She tosses it down far in the field, and Father Ryan will attempt to make a pickup, but for JP2, it goes out, and Father Ryan will have possession. There's a penalty called here on Father Ryan. And they will resume play from where the penalty occurred. Now, one of the leaders of the team, Max Strobel, here has the ball, and she's been a prolific scorer for the Irish this year. She's been able to accrue many goals, and it's been very productive for the Lady Irish, helping them win many games here, as well as help set up a goal there. And for Lauren Cato, number 30, scores a goal for the Lady Irish, and they're up 3-0. 15-12 left in the first part of the game. And the Lady Irish are in command. And with these commanding goals, the Lady Irish have definitely been setting the tone here of what kind of style of play they'll be wanting to go with here today, with Coach Ellis and Coach Gorham's advice and what they have gone over for their game plan today in our substitution for the Lady Irish on defense. Amanda Newland comes out and Rachel Cullison comes in, both juniors. And for the Lady Irish this year, their record is 4-6. Now, that may not be indicative of what they've been able to do this season, because they've been able to have a 3-2 record in their conference play, which has been very impressive due to their tough competition that they've had and been faced. Now, shot wide for the Lady Irish. They don't get it to go through. Now, JPII will have possession. Except there was a penalty called, and so now the Lady Irish will have the ability to have a penalty shot from here. The shot swung low, and it is no good. It hit off the goalie for JPII, and now the Lady Irish are scrambling to get the ball back. Inside, the JPII goalie is able to pick it up. Senior Rihanna McNair, number 20. And again, a very slow, methodical pace as she walks slowly up the field, waiting for her coach to help her team set up a play. As you look at what Father Ryan has set up, and they've been going a man-to-man here, or woman-to-woman, I should say. And have been doing it very well, allowing JPII only 2 shots, while Father Ryan has had a total of 6. And now the ball is stolen by number 25, Max Strobel. She sprints down the field, cradling an inside shot high. No good. Father Ryan is unable to capitalize on that great opportunity. It seems as though the adrenaline was pumping a little bit too much there for Max Strobel, and she missed it just wide. And will now have ability to go outside the crease and try for a penalty shot. And it is good. That is the 4th score today for the Father Ryan Lady Irish. They lead 4-0, 12:47 remaining in the first. A very good game this year by the Lady Irish. They've been playing well throughout this year. They've gotten a lot of new recruits, new underclassmen coming in, being able to fill some spots from last year's team with some of their seniors that they lost. And this year it seems to be paying dividends because the juniors this year are having a great showing so far and are able to hold JPII to the will of which they want to play. Now for the face-off. Strobel misses it. And is now at battle with the JPII attack. JPII slides on the inside, but is caught by Father Ryan defender. And the ball is loose, and now JPII has possession. They set up a play, looking for space. And Father Ryan still leads 4-0 with 11:40 left in the first. As JPII now decides what they want to do on the attack. Getting ready to set up a play. Now they hold it in the back behind the goalie for Father Ryan. And now with that change of possession, Father Ryan has it, passed it down the field, and is loose. Picked up by the Father Ryan attacker. Swung behind the goalie, and now Father Ryan picks it back up and will hold. For the Lady Irish here, they set up in a zone of spreading out the players wide, making a nice arc formation so that they can have the best opportunity to get inside the creases and score, which they've been able to do a good bit so far in this first. With 4 goals, there is 10 minutes remaining, and now JPII rushes their way down for the attack. The Lady Knights haven't been able to produce too much for their offense, whereas Father Ryan has been able to take command of what they've been wanting to do. Now a penalty is called on JPII. Father Ryan will have possession. And the freshman midfielder, number 1, Camille Kayampong for JPII, has been very good for them today. Been able to dice up the Father Ryan defense, but hasn't been able to produce too much in this game thus far, because Father Ryan has been able to outmatch JPII in their ability to hold them scoreless thus far in the game. And with that, JPII has their 5th shot of the game, and it is a goal. They score now 4-1. Father Ryan leads. The Lady Irish broke down just a little bit on that defensive stance and weren't able to get a crack at it to get it away from JPII, and now the Lady Irish will go up to the middle of the field for the face-off. And now Father Ryan is on offense, pushing it up the field. Now going back to number 25, Max Strobel. She waits patiently at the top of the arc, surveying the scene. Now pushes it inside and looks, can't find anything. Now pushes it back outside. Number 40, Lauren Cato tries to find a way around, swivels around, and gets pushed by JPII Lady Knight. And now the referee will award Father Ryan penalty shot. Dumped outside to number 25, Max Strobel. Another penalty assessed. And from here, Max Strobel will have the chance to score with this penalty shot. Dumped inside over to number 40. And it is a score for Father Ryan. 5-1 is the Lady Irish lead with 6:52 remaining in the first half. A good game being played by the Lady Irish, and they have been taking command of JP2 and are able to hold them to just one score so far. The Lady Irish offense has been very efficient, able to toss it back and forth between each other to keep the defense on their heels and being able to make the JP2 goalie guess as much as possible. And Father Ryan's attack wins a face-off again. And like I mentioned before, Max Strobel, she's been very good for the Lady Irish this season. And now goes behind the net, looking to set one up for a teammate. Can't find anything. In addition to Max Strobel on the stout Father Ryan attack, Lauren Cato and Grace Sherlog also have been contributing many goals for the Father Ryan, or for many scores for the Father Ryan Lady Irish lacrosse team. Now pushing it inside. The Lady Irish are called for a penalty with a JP2 player down momentarily. Again, there is 5:30 left in the first half. Father Ryan leads 5-1. Now with JP2 off that penalty, they push it up towards midfield, and Father Ryan attempts to get the ball back. And JP2 stick handling hasn't been very good here in the first half, and they lose possession going out of bounds. Father Ryan now taking it. Number 33, Emily Fahn. She pushes it in for number 6, Grace Sherlog. Sherlog to Cato on the inside, no good for the goal, for the score. Now Father Ryan waits patiently behind the crease, behind the goalie net, waiting for their chance to score. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that you are listening to Behind the Crest, live from the campus of Father Ryan High School at Giacosa Stadium. Father Ryan Lady Irish are playing their rivals JP2 Knights and lead 5-1 with 3:50 remaining in the first half. Now the JP2 goalie waits patiently. Yet again, waiting to try and find out where she will want to send the ball to push it upfield, looking for another goal. JP2 sends their attackers deep, now looking to set up for a play. in this game. The Lady Irish have been able to control much of it, but JP2 is definitely done well, being methodical and holding the ball, not wanting to rush anything. But speaking of rushing, Jean Meyer tried to force a goalie to make a move, and she did, and pushed it down in the midfield, where JP2 midfielder lost ball possession is now in favor of JP2. Father Ryan committed the penalty. And with that, JP2 pushes it inside. Father Ryan is unable to get the ball. Looking for penalty, and nothing called with the contact. And JP2 continues it, cradling the ball. Looking on the inside. JP2 defender swings it around, and it is blocked by goalie number 43, Jamie Schultz. This is one of Jamie's few games she's been able to play this season because of injury due to a concussion. But she is glad to be able to play here on senior night against her rivals against JP2. Now Father Ryan's attack pushes it inside. A shot blocked by the JP2 defense. The Lady Knights are trying to push the ball up through the midfield, but are called with being offside. And then now that the Lady Irish were, and now like JP2 will push it straight inside, looking for something. Now another penalty called. JP2 swings it in, and it is a score for them. 5-2. Father Ryan Lady Irish still lead with just a minute remaining in the first half. They've been playing a very good game thus far and should not be worried too much because they've been able to handle JP2 very well. But JP2 is resilient and has been throughout this game, as shown with this goal. And it was a 50-50 face-off, and now JP2 gets it, pushing it down the field. They don't have too much time. It's only 50 seconds remaining in the first half. Again, 5-2 is the score. And JP2 waits patiently behind the goalie for Father Ryan. Call by the ref. It will remain with JP2 and decided to have a reset. Now JP2 looking on the inside. A close encounter blocked by number 43, Jamie Schultz. Well done by her. She's been having a very good game in net. And it's a scrum in the middle. But Father Ryan ends up with the ball. And now number 25, Max Strobel, pushes it up the field, giving it off. For the attack, the Lady Irish looking, trying to swing around, but lose it. Contact is called. Penalty on JP2. Penalty shot will be awarded for Father Ryan. This will be their fifth shot. Excuse me, the ref has now chosen for JP2 to have possession. JPII with a long pass. Couldn't get it through. And that is the half. Father Ryan Lady Irish Lacrosse leads 5-2. They've been playing a very good game thus far here on senior night at Father Ryan. And they should be proud of what they've been able to do. The seniors as well have been having a very good game, including junior Max Strobel, who had 2 goals today so far. Lauren Cato scoring, as well as Jean Meyer. The Lady Irish hope to replicate what they've been able to do here in the first half. And we will see you all in just a few minutes. You've been listening to Behind the Crest. We will be back momentarily. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2018 Father Ryan Girls Lacrosse Senior Night. The Lady Irish lead 5-2 after a very good first half. And the seniors, no less, are doing very well themselves. Lauren Cato scoring a goal, Jean Meyer scoring, as well as Jamie Schultz doing very well in goal. Teams have swapped sides, and the face-off has begun. The second half, and we are underway. And now the penalty awarded for JPII. They rushed the ball down in the inside, back behind the goal of Father Ryan, and they wait patiently to set up a play here. They set it up in the X, waiting for their fellow attackers to set up for a play. And Father Ryan's defense, Katie Mammarelli there, knocked the ball loose. JP2 has to recover it. And now they look to set up again. And the attacker for JP2 calls her players to the other side. Looking for a way to set up here. Now goes towards the middle. Pushed inside, and now Father Ryan will be called. JP2 will have an opportunity for a penalty shot here. Set up. Lady Irish crash inside and cause her to be unable to get the ball out. And the Lady Irish gain possession. Zooming it upfield. Past the midfield into the attacking zone for them. Now on the far side, Grace Sherlock looks. Trying to figure out where she would want it to go. Now gives it up to 25, Max Strobel. 2:22 left, or 22, excuse me, left in the second half. Father Ryan still leads 5-2, and it's a shot. It's a snipe score for Max Strobel. Score for Father Ryan. It is now 6-2. 22 minutes remaining in the second half. The Lady Irish have been prolific in their attack today. They've been able to dice up the JP2 defense very well today and are able to keep them on their heels the whole time. And with the transition before the faceoff, JP2 regroups and looks to see how they can stop this potent Father Ryan Lady Irish attack. And with that faceoff, Father Ryan wins. Max Strobel on the attack, pushing on the inside. Sherlock looks, gave it over to Meyer, and now Sherlock gets it back. Lauren Cato in the X. Looking to see what she can do now. Gives it over to Strobel. Strobel surveying the scene. Looks for Lady Irish. Cutting it in inside, and they do not connect. Father Ryan gets it back. Now Kraling on the arc, looking for an opportunity to score yet again. Again, the score is 6-2 in favor of Father Ryan. 21 minutes remain in the second half. We thank you all for tuning in here for Behind the Crest of our broadcast of the 2018 Father Ryan Lady Irish Senior Night for girls lacrosse. Now, down on the inside, Strobel's looking. Multiple Lady Irish cut inside to try and score. Meyer attempts a shot, but blocked by JP2. And dark shot, but was caught by JP2 goalie number 20, senior captain Rihanna McNair. She's played well herself today. And she plays a very methodical brand of lacrosse for a goalie, and she surveys what she can do and as she sees what she thinks it needs to set up. Coach Ellis and Coach Gorham for Father Ryan have been doing a great job here overall with their program that they've been able to reboot and been able to reinstall new styles, new schemes, and it has been working well for the Lady Irish this year as they have a 3-2 conference record and a 4-6 overall record, playing very well this season. And JP2's goalie still holding the ball, doing what she wants as she looks for a favorable situation. 19 minutes remaining in the second half. Father Ryan leads 6-2. Finally, the ball is given up by JP2. And the Lady Irish recover. A hit by JP2 forcing Father Ryan out. The ref award Father Ryan possession. And the pass on the inside is missed, but scooped up by the Lady Irish. Number 38, Amanda Newland, on that pass, gave it over to Cato. Cato on the inside gave it over to number 44, Mary Claire Baker, but a penalty is called by the ref. JP2 awarded possession. The Lady Knights have had some good moments here in the game and been able to attack Father Ryan pretty well, but the defense of Father Ryan and the attack have just been too much, which is why the score is 6-2 with 17:40 left in the second half. And the ball all the way in the JP2 defense. They now to try to push it out, but Father Ryan steals it. Number 30, Lauren Cato, shot, score! Long-range goal by Lauren Cato. And Father Ryan scores yet again. 7-2, the Lady Irish lead with 17 minutes and 15 seconds in the second half remaining. Father Ryan has, in a sense, almost been dominating this whole game and been able to impose their will on JP2, although their goalie, number 20, Rihanna McNair, has been good and methodical in her decision-making. Father Ryan has just been too much and has been playing a very good game, a very impressive game. Strobel won the faceoff, but JP2 now has possession. with the penalty awarded there. They begin going past midfield already into the attacking zone, but lost by the attacker for JP2, and the Lady Irish are now fighting for the ball. It's now scooped up by Max Strobel, holding it. Now just hoping to put it in the middle and hoping that a fellow Lady Irish is able to pick it up. And they do. Lauren Cato now gives it over to fellow attacker and senior, number 6, Grace Sherlock. Sherlock goes into the X. Patiently waiting to see what play they will set up. And if you were just tuning in to the Behind the Crest broadcast, we are live here on the campus of Father Ryan High School at Giacosa Stadium. The Father Ryan Lady Irish lacrosse team leads 7-2 with 15:50 remaining in the second half. You are listening to Austin Wright, your play-by-play commentator, where I'm very glad that you were able to join us, as the Lady Irish have been commanding in this game against arch rivals JP2 here on senior night. Ball now with Cato. Over to Pyle, now back to Meyer. Meyer looks, fakes a pass on the inside to Cato, and she holds it in the X. Pass given over, shot, and it is good. The score by number 6, Grace Sherlock. The Father Ryan Lady Irish lead 8-2 with 14:45 remaining in the second half. And now with that score, the Lady Irish will sub. And the Lady Knights are looking to respond. And again, that prolific Father Ryan attack that we were talking about earlier has been doing very well in making JP2's goalie and their defense pay with the multitude of scores that they have right now. And Cato gets the face-off after pass by Strobel. She crossed on the inside, but McNair for JP2 is able to hold it. And now JP2's goalie waits patiently, yet again. A very methodical goalie, which is not a bad thing, especially when setting up against such a fast-paced Father Ryan team, hoping to control the pace of the game. 13:50 remains in the second half. Father Ryan still leads 8-2. Now some movement by the JP2 defense. Father Ryan is responding. McNair with a long pass to the midfield. It is intercepted by Father Ryan, but contact was made, and the ref will give possession to JP2. In Father Ryan's last game against Brentwood High, they played very well. They had many shots on goal. And again, had a prolific attack by the likes of Cato, Strobel, and Sherlock, and were able to do very well against them. Now in the defense, the Lady Irish are spread out wide with the JP2 attack, looking to capitalize here. JP2 swings it around the arc. Now looking. They wait patiently. That is most certainly one of the biggest factors for JP2 here. Their patience. Their patience has been paying off thus far on their attack in this series, but Father Ryan has been playing a very good overall game. And now the shot by JP2 was blocked by Schultz. And she will be able to give it to one of her midfielders. And now on attack, Jean Meyer crosses across the arc, but decides to give it back up to Grace Sherlock. Sherlock over to him in the middle. But now JP2 gets possession, and they will stay with it, but lose it on the outside. Now Father Ryan is in an interesting position, trying to hold JP2 since they do have the ball. The Lady Irish now wait again for the JP2 goal. Number 20, Rihanna McNair, as she waits again to set something up for her Lady Knights. The Irish have been having a very good game thus far and have had goals from the likes of Lauren Cato, Grace Sherlock, Jean Meyer, and Max Strobel. The Lady Irish lead 8-2 with 9:40 remaining in the second half. And the Lady Irish wait ever still for the goalie of JP2. Now a defenseman comes around. Looking to help her goalie. Very interesting tactic here by JP2. Being very patient and cautious with the ball. Almost opposite styles of play here. Father Ryan, very fast-paced. Again, steals it. With Mammarelli pushing it inside, a shot blocked by JP2. Again, the score is 8-2, 8 minutes remaining in the second half. Cato gave it to Strobel. Strobel pushes it around, shoots and scores. Father Ryan leads 9-2 with 8 minutes remaining in the second half. The Lady Irish attack has just proven to be ruthless against JP2 and have a commanding lead. And with that, JP2 takes a timeout. And so will we. You're listening to Behind the Crest Sports Network. Welcome back, Irish fans. You are listening to Behind the Crest. This is Austin Wright, your play-by-play commentator for this afternoon. The Father Ryan Lady Irish lead 9-2 against rivals JPII on senior night here at the campus of Father Ryan at Giacosa Stadium. 7:50 remains in the second half, and the Lady Irish are back on the attack. They have been prolific in this game, being able to score 9 goals to JP2's 2. And Maxwell gave it over to Lauren Cato on the inside, but blocked by McNair of JP2, and now a penalty is called against the Lady Irish, and JP2 will retain possession. Play resumes. And now JP2 is back on the attack. But Father Ryan's defense and stick work is just too much, and they get in the scrum now with the referee calling another penalty. This time on JP2, Father Ryan will retain possession. Play begins, a pass given over to Strobel on the inside. She pushes it in. Fearless, she shoots and scores. That is the Lady Irish's 10th score of the afternoon. They lead 10-2 over rivals JP2 with 6:23 remaining here on senior night at Father Ryan. The Lady Irish have been doing very, very well this game. Undaunted by the big task that they have facing their rivals, any butterflies they have been gone for a long while. They have been doing very well with their attack and including their defense, especially with a very impressive performance by number 43, Jamie Schultz, in goal. Lady Irish lose the faceoff, and JP2 attacks. The penalty is called. And JP2 will retain possession now. Starting again after that. They push fast on the inside and they score. Tough result there, but a very well executed by the JP2 attacker. The score is 10-3 with 5:50 remaining in the second half. Again, you are listening to Behind the Crest. This is Austin Wright, your play-by-play commentator, junior here at Father Ryan High School, leader of Behind the Crest. We appreciate you listening here and tuning in. Father Ryan Lady Irish Lacrosse has been doing very well in this game, able to control the pace of play and able to command their lead with a 7-goal differential. Cato moves around the arc, now gives it back on the outside. Sherlock into the middle for Meyer, intercepted by JP2. Now their midfielders are looking for a pass from the goalie. Father Ryan is able to disrupt it. Dug out by Featherling. Possession will remain with Father Ryan. Play resumes and Featherling looks on the outside, trying to push it in, and gives it back to Sherlock. Sherlock looking. Now spins around and waits patiently outside the arc. 4:50 remaining in the second half. Father Ryan leads 10-3. A commanding lead for them. They've been having a very good outing here today on senior night, and have proven it against rivals JP2. The Lady Irish couldn't have thought up a better start and a better way to go through senior night here. Now, Meyer on the inside gives it over to Cato, but scooped up by McNair. McNair now keeps patiently waiting, as she has done most of the game, and gives a toss towards the middle, towards the JP2 mids, and Father Ryan is able to work it out. On the inside, Strobel gets it back. And Shepard over to Featherling. Featherling scoops it up. Now gives it over to Cato. Cato calls out a play call. Looking on the inside for a fellow attacker. It is broken on by JP2, but Father Ryan retains possession. They are very, very good at keeping the ball in their own possession and being able to control the pace of play. They've been doing that at a very rapid pace in this game and have been able to control and dictate what has been happening here in the game. Now, penalty shot awarded here for Father Ryan. The shot no good, but Meyer picks it back up, tries to get it again, but it was wide. Picked up by the Lady Irish on the outside. The Lady Irish continue here, being patient themselves. They waited out with 1:50 remaining in the second half. Father Ryan leads 10-3 and have been commanding this game throughout. The Lady Irish attack has been great with Strobel scoring, Cato, Sherlock, Meyer, and they have all been producing very well for the Lady Irish today. As well as the defense for Father Ryan, they've been able to hold JP2 to just 3 goals and have had a good outing themselves. Now the ball moved around, given over to Tinsey on the inside. She tries to pick it up, but is met by JP2 defense, and a penalty is called. Awarded to Father Ryan. Tinsey will be able to push it up. Looking on the inside, she decides to shoot. Blocked by McNair. Now picked up by Shepard. She looks for a fellow attacker, but is met by a defender for JP2. And gives it back over to Tinsey. Tinsey in the middle decides to rush it in, but will hold. A penalty is called. And with that, the JP2 defense is able to hold off Father Ryan. 30 seconds remain in the second half. Father Ryan still leads 10-3, and JP2's goalie sends it into the middle. It's a frenzy, and Father Ryan is called for a penalty. JP2 will retain possession with 19 seconds remaining in the second. The Lady Irish are able to get it back in the midfielders. Pass it over to the attack. It's not quite corralled in, and contact is called on Father Ryan. JP2 will now retain. Only 4 seconds remain. 2, 1. And that's the end of the second. Father Ryan wins 10-3. What a great game by the Lady Irish lacrosse team on senior night. A great outing by them. They defeat rivals JP2 and had an outstanding game overall. We thank you all for tuning in to Behind the Crest. This is Austin Wright. We appreciate it, and we hope you tune in for later broadcasts here in the spring sports season.